Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Got Mead Live. This is Vicky, and AJ's here with me. Normally, we would have this way cool intro that Bray did for us that we have, but as you may have heard when you listened to it last week, the thing sounds like it's bouncing around inside of an airplane hangar. That is not Bray's fault. Bray did a really amazing intro, but the software is doing something funky, and we're working with the programmers to try to figure out what's what with that. So we will get it fixed, and then you'll get to hear this really super amazing intro. So live from Youngsville in Ontario, Canada, it's Got Mead Live. This is a show where you can meet all sorts of people that impact mead making, including beekeepers, honey specialists, and people who have turned a hobby into a business. It's always a party here at Got Mead, and your hosts are Vicky Rowe, owner of GotMead.com in Youngsville, North Carolina, and AJ Ermintz, longtime winemaker, mead maker, beer brewer, and keeper of the Toothless Rabbit, who is up in Ontario, Canada. And we will be having later tonight, Manny Elgaresta will be joining us for episode of Making Mead-Back to Basics. I understand that we may be bouncing around with the BOMM a little bit more tonight. So if you're not already listening, you're going to want to be. It's going to be a fun night. So join us. And and it looks like I'm hearing from somebody's calling in or trying to call in. Let's see who we got here.
Been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Oh, somebody's...
Nice.
Seriously?
Really? I don't know what that is. I don't know why it's calling us. And it's rolling to my thing. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Really? It's coming from Jacksonville, Florida. I don't know what it is. But anyway, tonight's guest, you want to go ahead? I'm going to go ahead and I forgot to put the Do Not Disturb on my cell phone, so the cell phone stuff won't roll. Go ahead and intro our guest, and I'll give him a call here in a minute.
Hang on a second. I am having... All right, tonight we've got Ken Schultz. Yeah, sorry, I have a really, really slow computer, and anytime I try to ask it to do more than one thing at a time, it goes, what? Sorry, tonight's guest is Ken Schultz from Hidden Legend Winery. He's a mead maker from Montana who was doing experiments in fermentation when he was in the 8th grade, making wine since the 70s, and after moving to Montana from Ohio, which must have been a bit of a culture shock, got into making mead by way of a wayward bucket of crystallized honey. He's building a castle on his property, an actual honest-to-gosh castle. He is, of course, deliberately building it in an electronics-free zone, makes amazing mead, and one of them is Vicky's favorite, Huckleberry Melomel.
Yeah, I love me some Huckleberry Melomel.
And how are we...
Sounds good. Okay, so we are going to call Ken and get him in here, and... let's see here. Call phones. Yes, that's how we do that. It's so funny. Check this out. The meadery number there. Okay, now our call-in number is 803-443-MEAD. We're going to call him in just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and run through our set of housekeeping stuff before we get to that. But here's the fun thing. His call number is 406-363-MEAD.
MEAD.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, see a trend here? See a trend?
I'm totally doing that if I get a choice in the matter once I get a meadery.
Dude, it took me like 5 hours of hunting on Skype to find that combination. Yeah. That's because that's the Skype phone number. So I was like, I just kept looking until I found it. So, okay, we're going to have Ken Schultz on tonight here in just a few minutes. So, show links. Listen live on the Got Mead website. The player on the Got Mead website on both the main site, on both the main page for the show and also on each show post, on each episode post, we'll play live when we're live and whatever our most recent episode was if we're not. So, join us live. And if you prefer to listen to the recorded show, you can listen to us on Spreaker at Spreaker.com. You can listen to us on GotMead.com. You can also listen to us on SoundCloud and TuneIn and Stitcher. So if you're mobile, and iTunes, of course, and if you're mobile, iTunes, SoundCloud, and TuneIn all have mobile apps. I think they're all on both iPhone and Android. Not 100% sure on which ones are what there. And we're working on, if the gods are good and we get approved, we might even end up being able to get on iHeartRadio. which is something we're working on. So download the apps for whatever your favorite listening device, your favorite listening stuff is, and listen to us while you're on the road. We get a lot of folks telling us that we're their commute listen, which is kind of cool. Thank you, guys. We really appreciate that. It's kind of neat. You know, we're what they listen to while they're dealing with traffic. I wonder if they turn us down when they start cussing or if they turn us up. Replays are, of course, available on all those places, and the entire catalog of Got Mead Live episodes is there. So if you've missed one, you can go back and fetch it down. On Facebook, you can find us at Got Mead, and then we also have the Got Mead group. And so there's a Got Mead page and a Got Mead group. On Twitter, we are at Got Mead Now. If you can't call us, feel free to tweet us, and we can take any questions you might have then. If you want to give us questions, just go to, and it still says Ask Oscar, but it's kind of Ask AJ right now, and I keep forgetting to update that. If you have questions about making mead or mead recipes, or just got something you want to hear us talk about on Got Mead Live, let us know, and go to the website and just mouse over the Got Mead Live link, and you'll see the drop down where you can go and put in a question, and that will go to me, and AJ, remind me later, and I'll add you to the list, and it'll also go to you instead of me having to forward it every time. If you want to call
right,
in, if you want to call into the show, you can call us on our number, which is 803-443-MEAD. That's 803-443-6323. And you can also Skype us at Meadwench, MEADWENCH. So either way will get to us, and hopefully we'll be able to bring you into the call. Usually it works. So we'll see what happens. We've been having fun with Skype of late, so bear with us. Skype is funny that way. So
being ornery.
Yeah. Got Mead Live is broadcast free of charge, and the commercials that we do for the meaderies that come on the show, we don't charge them for. So we are I keep getting this something calling in, and I don't know what it is. So this show is basically free. It's out there. So if you want to help us keep this thing going, because this stuff does cost money, become a supporting patron member. It's only $25 a year. Most of us spend more money on coffee, tea, or whatever your caffeine/drink of choice is every month. So $25 a year to become a patron member on Got Mead. Just go to gotmead.com and click forum, and you'll see a link right there that says become a patron. So help us out here. If you like to make mead, if you like to drink mead, if you want to have stuff to do with mead, this is the place to be. And if you can support us, that's fabulous. We really appreciate it. So that's all the housekeeping stuff I got. What about you?
I'm fresh out of housekeeping. I don't do much housekeeping.
Got nothing. Yeah, I hear that. If you can see my office, I came in here to look for something today, and there's this waist-high pile of crap in the corner that I've got to sort through, and most of it's going in the trash. But I just don't have time. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and bring Ken in now, and let me go fetch his number here, and we'll try that one more time. Hopefully, this number won't keep trying to call us back. I don't know what is going on with that. I don't know if it's somebody, because that was the one that tried to call earlier that was giving us voicemail. So, go figure. All right, so here we go. It's like the Jeopardy noise, you're stuck in your head.
Right. The Skype noise and the Jeopardy noise.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, add that would help if I clicked add to the group call.
Uh-huh.
I know, right?
Hey, this would be a whole lot worse with me running it.
Oh, yeah, really.
Hidden Legend Winery.
Hi, Ken?
Yes.
This is Vicky. Hey.
Hi, Vicky. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. I'm here with AJ Ermans. She's my partner in crime. So, and we got you here. You're live on Got Mead Live. Welcome to the show, man.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Glad to have you. So, what's things happening out there? You guys still having cold weather out there?
Pardon me?
I said, are you still having cold weather out there?
No. In fact, I was, spring has sprung. The dandelions are seeding, and I was looking at the weeds. They're getting out of control already.
Oh, that's not good. Well, I am working on...
I don't think it's done snowing.
It's Montana. Of course it's not done snowing. It's not June yet, dude.
That's right.
See, Ottawa, we usually have an April Fool's snowfall. It was a little bit late this year, but yeah, at least we're done the snow usually by May.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, AJ's even further north than you are, so... Ken?
Maybe not if you look on a map. Ottawa's not that far north.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Ottawa?
Yeah, she's in Canada.
We might be further north. We're about the same parallel as North Bay, Ontario.
Yeah, then I'm actually south of you.
Oh, okay.
Not by a whole lot. About the same.
Okay.
It's always frightening to look at the map and realize how not north we are.
Well, you tend to think of it as the Great White North, so, you know. It is what it
Well,
is.
you know,
You think of the border going east and west, but it actually juts up to the north out west here.
Yeah, exactly.
Very true, very true. You guys are running just a little high in volume. So, Ken, tell us a little bit about just, Hidden Legend in general. I mean, we've got all sorts of interesting specific questions to ask you, but I'd kind of like to hear, your story from you.
Well, like a lot of sometimes really good things, it just came about by accident. Of course, I had a rather serious winemaking hobby. I mean,
that was your loud voice, just saying.
No, we all understand.
I made wine out here in Montana. When we first moved here, the place was pretty much full of preppers, and nobody really associated with their neighbors much. But I took a job overseas for a couple of years, and we came back, and it was a different set of people, a little more sociable. And so, of course, we started getting together with the neighbors and bringing wine, and everybody appeared to really like it and thought that it shouldn't be withheld from the world. And so really I started a winery for the worst reason in the world, and that's because the neighbors thought it was a good idea.
That's hilarious. So you guys had...
It's a good thing
the
it's worked
economy
out.
tanked, and we needed something else to do.
Ah. Yeah, well, that's not dissimilar from what happened with Brad and his wife, because they were just like, well, this looks like fun, let's do this for a hobby. Wait, what? We're laid off?
Okay, let's go big.
Yeah, why not?
Well, of course, I think every wine hobbyist in the back of his mind entertains the idea that it might be nice to have a winery someday. It just doesn't happen to everybody.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of folks that I've talked to that's a dream of theirs, but, actually getting to that point is, it's a little more complicated than that.
There's more to it than meets the eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys had more adventures than most with Hidden Legends. Going back to when you first got started out.
Well, when we first started out, when I had come back from, like I said, working overseas in a developing situation,
Mm-hmm.
and when I came back, we're like 38 miles out of the valley into the national forest.
Okay.
And it's a heck of a commute every day down into the valley to work. We had a construction company, and So I was thinking like a project development officer overseas and wondering what we could do up there with a few neighbors